Alright, welcome back guys. Angel of the Night 091 here, coming at you with another tiny tournament team build live over Twitch. And then of course we're also going to make the said team and then test battle it there as well. I'm joined by Maudan and Armando in the stream. Welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Glad you guys could join us there today. Marthex0, welcome to the stream as well. Just seeing you sneak in there, bud. Welcome to the stream. So what we're going to do today is we're going to continue on with building our team here. And trying to see if we can use it for the tiny tournament that's going to come up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to build the team here with you guys here live. And then we're going to also test the team here with you guys also while we're live. So, let's see here if we can find out what pokes are available. It looks like we found a little bit of review. Looks like Kartana is allowed. There's some Rotoms. There's Porygons. Whole bunch of things. Now they're saying things like people will be pairing up things with Clefable, or not Clefable, Clefairy, and the Follow Me and stuff like that. Now I don't know, I'm not really a Follow Me kind of guy, but we're gonna take a look here. They officially released the list of Pokemon available yesterday, so let's see if we can get the available list to show up here. Just gonna be a second there for that to pop up. So as you can see, I'm already entered in. Just have to figure out... Just gotta find the list of Pokemon available. There we go. Eligible Pokemon. I'm just gonna open up my trusty notepad document here as well. Just give me one sec. Notepad. Boom! Alright, we got a notepad here. So, as we're going through this, I'm gonna mark down the Pokemon that I'm gonna use here. Just off to the side. Now... Hey, Mr. Hintama Gaming, welcome to the stream, bud. Glad you could join us. Armando, you're thinking about using Eevee Evolutions. That'd be a good idea. Pretty smart idea, actually. They're pretty nice to use. However, you may want to look into seeing what all of your options are first. So, as you can see, it's open up to the entire National Dex. Only Pokemon under the 1 meter category can be used. So, right away we see here there's a Selgor, Amoonguss, Aromatisse, Azumarill, and Azelf. Now, Azelf could be pretty interesting as well. Mr. Hintama Gaming, you said you're using a Sand team? That would be kind of fun. Now, we just have to see what we want to use here. Like, I mean, there's Blossom, there's Boldore. In the last team that I built, we used, if I'm not mistaken, we used... Nidorino, we had Espeon, we had Jolteon, we had Fletchinder, Krabby, and... Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I just battled with the team tonight. What is the name? Jumpluff. There we go, Jumpluff. So, we just want to see what pokes are available to us here now. The list is definitely different than what was on Bulbapedia. Again, I think they might have made some adjustments to what's allowed into the tournament and what's not. Looks like Cincino is available. That'd be an interesting Pokemon to use for sure. I forgot to ask, guys, is the microphone too loud? I just wanna know if the game audio and everything is all sounding okay. I did have to adjust a lot of my settings. XSplit did an update and everything got kind of goofed up. There's a Krogunk, Dartrix. Mike is fine. Perfect. Thank you very much for confirming. Just one sec there, guys. And there we go. The sliding doors were rumbling from the patio door being open here. The wind is just shaking it. All right. So here's going to be a big one. There should be a Dugtrio here somewhere. So there is Dugtrio, which is available. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Dugtrio could definitely be a great possibility for an attacking Pokemon. So let's mark down Dugtrio. Because, I mean, Dugtrio is going to get the speed, and then, of course, it's also going to get the attack there as well. Hey, Troy Boy, how's it going there, bud? Glad you could join us there today. So, there's also Durant. Now, Durant's also a pretty nice Pokemon as well. Nice and bulky. We could definitely set up some defensive onto the Durant, but I'm not sure exactly if I want to go with Durant. Now, Dugtrio, on the other hand, if we go in for the attack power onto it, we could go with the Alolan Dugtrio, because then that would also give us a Steel type on our team as well, and that'll be great against the Fairy typing. Excadrill also is capable of being on the team as well, and that's going to be huge, especially if someone sets up a Sandstorm, which I think it could be very possible to do. But let's not choose not Dugtrio, but let's not choose Excadrill right away, because in that situation, I feel that Excadrill. Oh my gosh, Mole Pokemon, man, Mole Pokemon. I'm thinking that Excadrill is going to be too overpowered. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to use crazy overpowered Pokemon. I just don't see the fun in that, to be honest with you. Ferrothorn could also be a Pokemon that we could use as well for defense, as well as special defense. The only problem with that is that we'll have to worry about Fire-type pokes. But it might be nice to have Ferrothorn on the team, of course. Troy Boy has with him a Mawile, Numel, Azumarill, Jolteon, Honchkrow, and Gourgeist. Now, I like the idea of Gourgeist. Gourgeist is a fantastic Pokemon to use. I love Gourgeist. Great defense to it. Has some decent attack power as well. Azumarill could definitely do some serious damage. And you guys know me in Jolteon. I'm fine with Jolteon. I'm interested to find out how you're running your Numel, actually, Troy Boy, because that's not a Pokemon that you see very common. Is Numel. Let's say Dugtrio first. Let's just keep going here. We can actually get Galvantula. There's Fracture. Now, I don't think Fracture would be a decent poke to bring into this, because I think what will end up happening is that there's going to be a lot of Steel types. We're going to run into Kartana a lot. So we're definitely going to need some serious Fire types, I think. Looks like Troy Boy is using Scarf Gourgeist with Trick or Treat. That's an interesting idea. Basically, Trick or Treat and Scarf. Man, that would do some damage. Definitely, for sure. So yeah, Gourgeist is capable of getting into the tournament. However, we have to go with a certain size of Gourgeist. You can't go in there with a big bulky one, because it's probably going to be too big to fit the category. Now, what size Gourgeist are you using, Troy Boy? So it says here, Numel, you're using Bold Nature with Simple, Curse, Attract, Protect, and Rock Slide. Dude, thumbs up for the Attract. I'm gonna give you 10 Pokecoins for that. That is fantastic. I don't see anyone ever using Attract besides myself, and I think that's great. I'm just gonna pop that 10 Pokecoins over there, my friend. All right, let's keep looking here. There's Gothorita, there's Graveler. Now, Graveler might be... Oh, Evolite. Fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. You're getting right in there, man. Evolite would be fantastic to have, because that's just going to raise his defense and his special defense up, right? So, I mean, that'd be great, actually. Definitely some originality there. Definitely. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Graveler? Should we use Graveler, or... Like, I think Muck can be used here. What do you guys think? I think Muck's here somewhere. Let's keep looking. Looks like Hawlucha is here, and Helioptile. Oh, not Helioptile, Heliolisk. I'm actually surprised that Heliolisk is actually available here, because I really don't think... I think Bulbapedia said that it was too big. Let's click on Heliolisk. Oh, we can't. Okay, let's load up Heliolisk here for a sec. I didn't realize that it was actually under 1 meter. Same thing with Graveler. That's actually kind of interesting. So Heliolisk, it is actually meeting the category. So it's actually 3'3" and it's under 1 meter. So that it is in the category. So that's interesting. Honchkrow is going to be a big one in this tournament too, I think. Let's see here. There's Ivysaur, Jolteon. I'm a big fan of Jolteon. Kecleon might be interesting too. Let's pull up Kecleon for a second. Now, I think Hintama used a Kecleon against me earlier today, and I was actually pretty impressed by it. By the way, I'm going to give you 10 coins there for that as well there, Hintama, for using Kecleon. I'm actually pretty glad to see Kecleon being used as well. That is just fantastic. Let's open it up here. Let's see if we can find Kecleon in this big list of pokes. Now, it is a normal type, but if we use the protein for the type change, that might actually help us out here. So let's see what Kecleon can get. So it looks like it can get Sucker Punch, it can get Shadow Claw, it gets Shadow Sneak as well. Yeah, man. Kecleon's fantastic. I've used Kecleon a couple times in battles, but I've never really used it much after that. Oh, that's all right there, Troy Boy. We'll make the team here tonight on the stream. Now, I think Kecleon can get Thunder Wave as well. Yeah, there it is. Thunder Wave. Oh, man. I don't know. Let's see what it can get for Z moves. Gets Breakneck Blitz, All-Out Pummeling, Supersonic Sky Strike, Continental Crush, Never-Ending Nightmare. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Never-Ending Nightmare. Inferno Overdrive, Bloom Doom, Gigavolt Havoc, Shattered Psyche, Sub-Zero Slammer, and it can also get Black Hole Eclipse. I don't know, guys. Maybe we should try Kecleon. Kecleon might be interesting. Although its speed's not very good, we might have to set up some sort of a trick room. But its special defense is super high. Hey, Durandamon. Welcome to the stream, bud. Glad you could join us there today. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, bud. Let's go Kecleon here. Now, Kecleon, maybe we'll use Kecleon for like a wall. I don't know. Let's use it for like a wall, maybe. Ooh, yeah. Fake out trick room. That might be something. Okay, let's Pokemon number 1. Let's go Kecleon. Now, personally, I've never used a trick room team ever, so I'm not even sure how I'm going to set that up, to be honest with you. A lot of the pokes that I use are a lot of fast attacking pokes, you know. Let's see here. Hey, Smooth God, how's it going there, bud? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us there today. Right now, we're looking, excuse me, we're looking into the tiny tournament teams here. So let's see here. What to do here? I don't really know. That special defense is really good, though. Now, special attack is not that great, but its attack power is really nice. I wonder, we would probably set it up. Let me see if I have to find some natures here. Just give me 1 second. Just a sec. There we go. Pokemon natures. Let's see here, just a sec. Okay, so if we look at natures here, we would probably want to work off of the special defense and maybe keep the attack power. Smooth God, that's the Global Link Tiny Tourney. That's actually going to be coming up there on June 23rd to the 25th. So that's what we're working on here today, is we're actually working on trying to build up that team. I could make a careful one. I don't know. Just seems to be a waste to not use that special defense on the Kecleon. Let's just see what other Pokemon are there. We're gonna write down Pokemon here. I think we also said Dugtrio would be an interesting poke as well. Now I'm gonna skip out of Kartana. I do not like Kartana. I'm just gonna keep going here. I'm probably gonna get a little bit of hate for saying that, but it's just so in VGC right now. It's just too much of Kartana. Lairon would also be an interesting Pokemon as well, especially if we attach an Evolite to it. I've used an Evolite Lairon before, and it was fantastic. Lurantris, Lycanroc is there as well. That's an interesting one. Now, I think Magby and Machop are going to be too weak to really go through that. We're going to see a lot of Marowaks, though. Pretty sure. Now, what I could also do is I could also pair a Alolan Marowak with an Electric-type Pokemon with Discharge. And we can just constantly just keep boosting up the actual special attack onto it. The only problem is that it's a bit slower. Mawile could be a great defensive Pokemon as well. Fairy and Steel. Might be a poke to try. Mudbray. There's Muck. You know what? We're probably going to want to use Muck. Everybody uses all these really high up pokes, you know. And should probably put Muck on the team. Okay, let's just put Muck. Now, of course, the Pokemon that I'm marking down here aren't necessarily the Pokemon we're going to use. I'm just marking down the ones that sound interesting to use, just so you don't have to keep going back and through the lists. Oh yeah, man, people use Muck all the time there, Troy Boy. All the time. Now, I did have Nidorino on my team there last time. I think I'm going to stay away from Nidorino, just because it just didn't seem to be able to get the damage off that I was looking for. Just, it wasn't strong enough. Now, Omastar is also a Pokemon. Mawile would also be a poke as well. Okay, so let's mark Mawile down here. I'm just marking pokes as we go, guys. Again, this isn't the actual team. Now, Parasect could be cool. What do I think about Vaporeon? Vaporeon has some really great defense and some really, really good hit points. So, I mean, it would definitely be beneficial to have on a team, especially if you needed a water-type poke. Hey, Frosted Poochie, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. What are we doing? We're actually building a team for the Tiny Tournament, and then we're going to be testing them out in battle here this evening. Okay, there's Porygon Z. Porygon Z would be... Porygon Z and Primeape, actually. Okay, let's mark down those two pokes. So there's Primeape. And Porygon Z. Hey, thank you very much for the host there, Frosted Poochie. Much appreciated, bud. I just realized I don't have my notifications on. I apologize for that, my friend. Yep. I don't want to save that. Looks like Armando's going for Vaporeon. It looks like he's got Water Pulse, Aura Beam, Rain Dance, and Aqua Ring. Have you ever thought about Acid Armor by chance, Armando? That might be an attack to look into as well. Alolan Raichu. There's Relicanth. I don't think Relicanth would be the one to go for. Rioniclus. Alright, here we are at the Rotoms. Now, Rotom might be a nice poke to bring into the party here as well. I'm just going to put Rotom in general down here. You never know, we might end up using him. There's Sableye, and then there's also Roserade. So again, I'm just marking down pokes as we go. I just don't want to really backtrack. So it looks like the Alolan Sandslash is not available. It might be too big. Probably because that big Icicle Spear on the back of him, right? Salandit is there. Probably not Salandit. Sandslash might be an interesting one, especially if we could get like a Sandstorm up. Shuckle. Shiinotek. Ooh, Simipour. If you guys know me from 5th gen, I use Simipour all the time. Big fan of Simipour. Sliggoo is also there. Probably won't use Skuntank. I know the first step to building a team is finding the exact Pokemon that you want to use, and then building the team around it. Sylveon is there. That might be a poke to try there as well. Torkoal, Torracat, Toxapeck. We'll put Toxapeck listed there again. It's too bad that they can't just group the pokes together, you know? Why have all this extra stuff in here just to see other pokes? I mean, that's just ridiculous. 17, 18. There's Uxie. Vaporeon. Wishy-Washy. So I battled with Hef Nasty there tonight, and he actually had a Wishy-Washy. And it was just brutal, man. Like, just destructive. Okay, that's pretty well it. Okay. So we got a list here of about 20 pokes. I'm sure we could figure out a team just from this here. Although we don't have any fire types on the team. What was there for fire? I think there was a Flareon, if I'm not mistaken. Makonaha, welcome to the stream, bud. Glad you could join us there today. Just seen you show up into the chat listing. There's Whimsicott. Yamask. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to go the Yamask way. I don't think it'll be very helpful. Torkoal could be a pretty defensive poke. Could put Torkoal down. I think the biggest thing for me to do here now is to try to get some bulky pokes on the team. Something that's not so fast. Because I think most of my team has just been like super quick. I didn't see Chandelure here though. That's one of the things there, Hintama. I didn't see Chandelure. Maybe I just scooted past it. But I didn't see him listed. I could be wrong though. Let's see. Let's keep going up. Let's go back up to Chandelure. We gotta back down Laron actually. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Corey. You're taking a lot of time with this. You got it, man. Got it. I put Jolteon down, I hope. Honchkrow, Heliolisk. Okay, we're gonna keep going here. Keep looking, keep looking. I didn't think I seen Chandelure. I think I'm wrong though. Could be wrong. I might have scooted past it and didn't see it. Oh, there's Chandelure, yeah. Alright. So, yeah, Kling is pretty cool. Although I feel like I would be setting up like most of the time with Kling. I think there's too many pokes that are just going to come in and just overpower it, to be honest. So let's take a look here. So we've got Kecleon, Dugtrio, Muck, Omastar, Mawile, Primeape, Porygon Z, Raichu, Rioncules, Rotoms, Sableye, Roserade, Simipour, Sliggoo, Swellow, Sylveon, Toxapex, Uxie, Vaporeon, Wishy-Washy, Whimsicott, Torkoal, Krabby, Laron, Jolteon, and Chandelure. Okay, so let's just take a look here. So maybe for one of our leads here, we might be able to go with Kecleon. Its stats are pretty good. Although, I'm just wondering if maybe there'd be a better Pokemon for it. You know, something that I'd be able to use that has better special defense. So out of those Pokemon that are on the list here, Sylveon probably has some really good special defense, I would think. Let's see if we can pull up... We're going to pull up... let's pull up Sylveon here for a second. I want to compare the special defenses just for a moment. Alright, so here we are. We're on special defenses. Special defense with Sylveon is 394 and 350 for special attack. So when we're looking here at Kecleon, the big benefit to Kecleon is just the fact that it can do type changes, and it gets like a few priority moves. Now, special defense and crazy defense would be super, super fantastic, actually, but I don't know. I think we're probably going to want to go maybe Sylveon way. Sylveon's got some really decent special defense. His hit points are going to be really nice there as well. So let's open up another notepad document here for just a sec. Let's put Pokemon number 1. We're going to go Sylveon. Now, the reason why we're going to go Sylveon is because, again, of the defensive stats in special defense and special attack power. We're going to end up making this Pokemon Calm, because we're going to want to play based off of that special defense. So, we've got Calm. Am I betraying the Kecleon cult? Sure am, bud. Sure am. Getting the heck out of the Kecleon club. We're going to add Pixelate to it, obviously. Don't worry, Hintama. Don't worry, man. We'll use Kecleon sometime, but I want to have a team that's going to be decent to go in with. You know what I mean? I find every tournament that I go into, I'm always just a little bit above the mark. You know. So. Now here's the next thing is I'm not even sure what I want to do for Sylveon. I've never really used Sylveon, to be honest. It's definitely gotta have Moonblast. I think that's a given with Sylveon. Now, it can get Light Screen. That might be something to set up there, too. Then again, I'm not really a huge fan of Sylveon, though. That's the only thing. I wonder... Man, let's take a look at Vaporeon for a minute. I definitely want to use at least one... one EV evolution on the team. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it has some really decent defense power, some great hit points. Well, defense is 240, 317. Looks like special attack is where it's at with Vaporeon, but then it also gives. It also gets Wish. We could Wish Protect, Ice Beam, and Scald probably. But then again, we could also put Acid Armor onto it too. Put Hyper Voice onto it instead of Moonblast? Okay, let's do this. Okay, so Sylveon. We did say Sylveon, so let's go Pixelate. We're gonna make it Calm. We're gonna go Hyper Voice. Okay, so we got Hyper Voice. Whoop. Okay, let's go back to Sylveon for just a sec. Now, what I usually do is I usually put Attract on my pokes. So let's make this Sylveon female. I'm gonna give it Attract. Hyper Voice. Now, we need something that's going to be able to do something to poison types. Poison types are going to be a problem. I don't think there's anything that I can really add on to it. Getting a team started is always the worst part, because you never know quite exactly how you're going to go. Yeah, man, totally got to put Attract on a poke. You gotta, man, you gotta. We could probably put Light Screen onto it as well. Light Screen or Safeguard. Could also put Calm Mind to him too. Let me think here for a sec. Alright, so we got... Probably put Shadow Ball onto it. Let's put Shadow Ball there too. You never know. Well... Okay, let's take a look at another site here for a moment. I just want to pull up Smogon for a moment. I just want to see what other people are using, how they're using Sylveon. Oh, what the... There we go. Psyshock, Shadow Ball. Alright. Psyshock and Shadow Ball. It doesn't look like there's any other sets here. Just check X and Y sets for a sec. They do have a defensive one. That's more of a supporter. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Attract onto it. Okay. Attract, Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock. So we'll keep it calm. Let's go back to Sylveon for a sec. Now, if we look at the stats here, special attack is about 350 max beneficial nature. If we go down, it's probably going to be maxed out at 319. Oh, sorry, 162 roughly, which isn't bad. Okay. So we'll have Sylveon. Let's take a look at our next poke here. Now, for a physical attacker, I think Muck is going to be something that we're going to have to go with. Let's put Muck here. I think Muck's going to be a big problem. So let's take a look at the Alolan Muck here for a moment, guys. There we go. There's Muck. Let's take a look at their stats here for a sec. Yep, Muck is definitely allowed, yeah. Just gonna pull it up here. Yep, there we go. Muck is on the list. Let's put Muck on here. We're gonna look at Muck's stats here too. Let's pull up Muck. See what they're doing with Muck. Curse, Poison Jab. Oh, we want Alolan. Sun and Moon. There are no sets. Okay, this just gives us the ability to make a round. Alright, so its attack power goes up to 339. Level 100 beneficial nature. So let's take a look at its attacks here for just a sec. So it does get Acid Armor. That can definitely sharply raise its defense stat. I think it would be definitely a great idea to put Acid Armor, Gunk Shot. We need a priority move. I think he gets a priority move. I think it's an egg move though. Shadow Sneak. Oh, it does get Stockpile though. Ooh. Now, Stockpile only raises it one time, where Acid Armor sharply raises its defense stat. Okay, let's... It is pretty bulky as it is. So we'll give it Gunk Shot, Shadow Sneak, Poison Jab, Knock Off. Because we definitely need to have a Dark type move onto it. Now we'll give it the Black Sludge, so that way it gets its hit points back. Just trying to think of what nature I want to have this muck at. Probably would want to set it as maybe. Let me think here. Probably Impish, most likely. What do you guys think? Impish muck or Adamant muck? Just curious. Impish? That's what I was thinking, because that way I can get his defenses up to max the defense. But then again, I think it'll stay at like 300 for his attack power anyway. So let's go with an Impish muck. Okay, so far we have a Fairy and we have a Poison Dark type. Ooh, here's the debate now. Adamant or Impish? It looks like Hintama is saying Impish, but Durandamon says Adamant. What do you guys think? Should it be Impish or Adamant? Personally, I think Impish might be a nicer idea, just to make it sure that it has its defenses there. But that is definitely going to lower his attack power slightly, because it won't be beneficial. It won't be the beneficial nature, right? So what's more important there, the defense or the attack? Let's see if we can get that conversation going in the stream here. While we're doing that, Mytel, welcome to the stream, as well as Wilmot. Welcome to the stream as well, bud. Just seeing you guys there sneak in under the bot radar here. All right. Adamant or Impish? Adamant or Impish? So its attack power is pretty decent. 75 for defense. Now we're probably going to want to give it Poison Touch as well, right? That way we have a slight chance of poisoning our opponents at the same time. Just going to save this notepad document. It's a good physical attacker. Maybe Impish could surprise your opponent, but he's supposed to break some walls. That is definitely a good argument for sure. Like the attack power and stuff from it. I mean, it does have really nice attack power for a Pokemon in this category. So I mean, should I definitely keep it as a physical attacker? And well, I have to keep it as a physical, but I mean, should I keep it more of an attacker, or should I keep it as a defensive type poke? I just think that if I get hit by an attack, I might want to try to stay in with the defenses more. But then again, if I hit them hard the first time, I shouldn't have to take any hits, so. Let's try it as Adamant. We'll try it as Adamant first, and then if it doesn't really work out to our liking, we'll change it to being Impish. Okay, so Pokemon number 3. So right now as it is, we've got a special attacker, a physical attacker, a special wall, but we need something that has some defense to it. Now, if we take a look at the pokes here, there's a couple of them. Rotom might be nice. What do you guys think about Rotom? Might be nice to have an electric water type in the same team. Go maybe Rotom Wash, perhaps? Let's take a look at Rotom Wash here for a sec. So it's got decent special defense, and decent special attack. Now, we could set it as a bold nature, or, let's see, battle spot singles. Bold or modest. It looks like they're using Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Thunderbolt. Now, they have a Waterium Z onto it. That would definitely help with my defensive type, or my defensive Pokemon. But I don't know if I wanted... I don't know if Hydro Pump's the best method for that. I mean, probably is. Let's see what they have for Monotype here. It seems like it's the same set over and over. Okay, so Rotom Wash, we'll make it bold, and it has Levitate, of course. So Waterium Z is what you're suggesting? Oh, I think that was under Battle Spot Singles. I haven't used a Rotom in a very long time as well, so it's a little bit different for me to try to figure it out. Let's I don't know. Let's put leftovers on Sylveon. So we got leftovers, Black Sludge. We'll put Waterium Z onto Rotom Wash. Hydro Pump, Volt Switch. Okay, so we have our defensive, our special defensive, and an attacker. We need to have a special attacker now. So on my list of pokes here, we don't need a Lowland Raichu because we've got an electric type. We don't need a water type. We've got dark and poison and fairy. So we don't need Jolteon either. That definitely takes out Jolteon. Takes out Simipour. Let's take a look back at the list here for a sec. So we need something that is a special attacker. Let's go back to the top of the list here. Now we may want to have a Pokemon that's fast on the team because most of our Pokemon here are pretty slow. Oh man, a Azumarill would have been sweet. I don't think I marked down a Azumarill. No. So we need a special attacker. Now we don't have a fire type poke, do we? We do not have a fire poke. How fast can Chandelure be? Oh, let's see here. Let's mark these in while we're going. So we had a Alolan Muck. Where are we here? Alolan Muck. We had Sylveon. And we had Rotom Wash. I forgot to put them into the builder here. There we go. Let's take a look to see what our current weaknesses are. So we're actually doing really well for weaknesses right now. We don't have any pokes in more than one category, so that's good. Currently right now our only weaknesses are grass, poison, steel, and ground. But you know what? That's okay. Our team actually resists a lot of Pokemon right off the bat just by having those 3 pokes. So Chandelure is not that fast, but you could put a Scarf onto it. That is very true. We could put a Choice Scarf onto Chandelure. Let's just put Chandelure onto the list here for just a sec. I just want to see what the type issues are going to be here. And by type issues, I mean like our weaknesses. Chandelure. There we go. Let's just take a look here. So that would actually give us 2 weak to ground. So that would be Chandelure and Muck. Most likely. That's not bad though. But Chandelure, what other ghost type Pokemon were actually on that list? I think, if I'm not mistaken, Haunter might be there. Haunter might be a cool poke. Let's see if Haunter's here. Ooh, Flareon. There is Flareon. That would be something. Because we could get the Flare Blitz. Is Haunter on that list? It definitely wasn't on that list. I was wrong. Now, I think Deblade is actually there as well. But we need fire, guys. We need fire. Oh man, there's Combuskin. Combuskin could be good. Let's take a look at the stats here in that scenario. I know that Chandelure will be off the list, but if we put Combuskin on there, that's a speed boost poke. Could do that. Then we would have a fighting type as well. Chandelure gets Levitate, doesn't it? No, it gets Flash Fire. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure it gets... I think it's Flash Fire. I don't think it gets Levitate. If it got Levitate, then that would definitely be a poke to bring in, but I don't think it does. I could stick a balloon onto it, though. Let's see. Infiltrator, Flame Body, and Flash Fire. I just don't know if the Choice Scarf situation will be good. Personally I don't like being locked into moves. Chandelure might be a poke to use then. Let's see what else was on that list. What else do we have for fire types here? So we had... Let's open up another notepad here for a sec. I'm going to mark down all the fire types that we see here in the list. I just want to see what there is. So right off the bat, there was Charmander. So there's Braxton. Charmander. There's Chimchar. Combuskin. Cyndaquil. Fennekin. Okay, there's Growlithe. Are you guys also making teams as well while we're doing this? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Squirtle Squad. We could put a Squirtle on there, but we already have a water type, so